another deep dive. You know, we always got to do a deep dive into the latest tech news.
Of course.
And today we are going straight to the source, which is
TechViews 10X.
TechViews 10X.
Absolutely.
That's right. Some people call it TV 10X,
Mm-hmm.
but we call it TechViews 10X here. So we got a lot to talk about.
Yeah, we do.
There's Chromebooks in Japan.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-oh. CFOs are getting really nervous about AI.
Oh, yeah?
And Formula One is going to the data center.
I can't wait for that one.
Really cool stuff. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, leave a like, leave a comment. Let's dive in.
Let's do it.
So first up, hardware headlines. The Dynabook Chromebook C70 just dropped.
Mm-hmm.
And this is kind of a big deal. They're calling it the first rugged convertible Chrome OS tablet. Pretty neat, right?
Yes, sounds pretty cool.
But there's a catch.
Okay, there's always a catch, right?
Only available in Japan.
What?
Yeah, what's going on here? Why Japan?
Hmm.
You know, is this some kind of like a beta test? You know, are they just testing the waters
Yeah, could it be testing the water?
before they launch it worldwide?
Absolutely.
A rugged tablet's just not that popular. I mean, I don't know. I've never really thought about it before.
Japan is a really interesting market because they tend to adopt technology early,
Mm-hmm.
and they also have a culture that really values durability and quality. So it kind of makes sense
Mm-hmm.
that Dynabook would launch a product like this there first.
Right. Maybe they're trying to see,
Yeah,
you know, if there's a demand for it
exactly.
before they roll it out to the rest of the world. Yeah, I could see that.
And you know, Japan also has a really strong emphasis on education and mobile workforces.
Mm-hmm.
So a rugged Chromebook could be a perfect fit for those environments.
Right.
You know, think about students using them in the classroom
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
workers taking them out into the field,
Mm-hmm.
you know, construction sites, things like that.
Yeah.
So it could be a very targeted strategy based on specific market needs.
Interesting. So maybe we will see these rugged tablets pop up in classrooms and construction sites all over the world soon. Who knows?
We'll have to wait and see.
All right, let's move on to something a little bit more powerful.
Right.
NVIDIA just unveiled
Mm-hmm.
the GB200 NVL4, and this thing is a beast.
I was reading about that.
2 Grace CPUs, 4 Blackwell GPUs, all engineered for data centers.
Oh,
I know, it's a mouthful, right?
that's a lot of power.
But for those of you who don't speak,
Yeah.
fluent tech jargon.
Yeah,
Can you break this down for us?
of course.
What makes this system so special, and why should we care?
Okay, so imagine a data center as the engine room of the internet,
Okay.
right? All those cat videos, online shopping sprees, video calls, they all rely on data centers
Yeah.
to keep things running smoothly.
Yeah.
And the GB200 NVL4, it's like giving those engines a turbo boost.
Okay, I like it. So it's like NS for the internet.
Right. The combination of Grace CPUs and Blackwell GPUs creates an architecture that's purpose-built for handling massive amounts of data. Think AI machine learning, those kinds of complex tasks that need serious computational muscle.
Okay, so basically, this is going to make our internet experience faster and more powerful.
Exactly.
Cool. I can't wait.
I know, it's exciting.
But with all this amazing technology, there's always a catch.
Yeah, there's always a catch.
What's the catch this time? Cybersecurity.
Ah.
Oh, yeah. And we've got 2 stories here that really highlight the evolving tactics of cybercriminals. So first up, hackers are increasingly using Russian domains
Okay.
for phishing attacks.
Interesting.
And second, there's a new 2-step phishing campaign that actually uses Microsoft tools
Oh, wow.
to bypass security measures.
That's sneaky.
Really sneaky. So how are they pulling this off? And what are the implications?
Right. So let's unpack this. The Russian domain tactic is about exploiting trust.
Okay.
People might let their guard down if they see a familiar-looking domain like .ru, especially if they're used to doing business with Russian companies.
Right.
Now the 2-step phishing using Microsoft tools, that's a bit more sophisticated. Essentially, attackers are using legitimate Microsoft services
Okay.
to send phishing emails or host malicious files. Since these services are trusted,
Yeah.
they can slip past traditional security filters. It's a reminder that cybercriminals are always looking for ways to weaponize familiar tools.
So it's kind of like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Exactly.
That's scary. What can we do to protect ourselves? Are there any red flags we should be looking out for?
Absolutely. Always be suspicious of unexpected emails, even if they seem to come from a legitimate source. Check the sender's address carefully. Hover over links to see the actual URL before clicking. And if something feels off, trust your gut. It's better to be safe than sorry.
Right.
And for businesses out there, multi-factor authentication and regular security training for employees are crucial.
So a healthy dose of paranoia is a good thing?
Yeah, a little bit of paranoia can go a long way.
I like it. And speaking of things, that should make us all a little paranoid. There's a wave of interlock ransomware attacks.
Yeah.
Targeting critical infrastructure.
Oh, yeah. I read about that.
What's the story there?
Yeah.
And what are the potential consequences?
Okay, so interlock is particularly nasty because it's specifically going after essential services, hospitals, power grids, transportation systems, the things we rely on.
Yeah.
To keep society functioning, the potential for disruption is huge. Imagine a hospital unable to access patient records. Or a city plunged into darkness due to a compromised power grid.
It's scary stuff. The financial losses are one thing, but the impact on human life and safety is what's truly alarming.
Absolutely.
So it's officially time to step up our cybersecurity game, folks.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, let's move on to some business and tech trends.
All right.
Okay, we got a story here that's both hilarious and terrifying, depending on how you look at it. T-Mobile had a major internet outage.
Oh, no.
On the same day that they launched backup internet plans.
Oh, that's bad.
For businesses. Talk about bad timing.
I know, right?
What do you make of this? Is this a PR nightmare for T-Mobile? Or could they actually spin this to their advantage?
It's certainly a case study in irony, isn't it?
It really is. You have to give T-Mobile some points for unintentional comedic timing.
Yeah, for sure.
But it does raise some serious questions. On one hand, it's a PR disaster.
Yeah.
Imagine being a business owner who just signed up for their backup plan, only to have your primary service crash on launch day.
Oh, man.
Yikes.
Yeah, it's not good.
But on the other hand, it does highlight the very real need for those backup plans.
Absolutely.
You know, it's a stark reminder that relying on a single provider can leave you vulnerable.
So true.
So T-Mobile, if you're listening, maybe lean into the irony. Embrace the awkwardness. You know, turn that frown upside down.
Yeah, make it a marketing campaign.
All right, next up, AI. It's been the buzzword of the year. But now some CFOs are starting to get cold feet about the return on investment. Are we witnessing the beginning of the end for the AI hype train, or is this just a bump in the road?
It's a good question, and I think it points to a much-needed reality check. AI is incredibly powerful, but it's not a magic bullet.
Right.
Implementing it effectively takes careful planning, the right expertise, and a clear understanding of its limitations. What we're seeing now is a bit of a market correction. The initial hype is fading, and businesses are starting to ask tough questions.
Like what?
Like, how is AI actually going to improve our bottom line? Do we have the resources to implement it properly? Are we just chasing the latest shiny object, you know?
It's easy to get caught up in all the hype.
Absolutely.
Right. But at the end of the day, businesses need to make sure that their investments are actually paying off.
That's right.
So it sounds like a healthy dose of skepticism.
Yeah. It is.
In order.
Yeah, I think so.
The AI is a powerful tool, but maybe we need to temper our expectations a bit. Manage those expectations.
Speaking of things that need an upgrade.
Okay.
We've got a story here about businesses feeling stuck with outdated CRM systems.
Oh, yeah, we've all been there.
And let's be honest, we've all been there. That clunky software that makes you want to pull your hair out.
Yeah, I know that feeling.
What's the deal? Why are companies so reluctant to upgrade, even when it's clearly hurting their productivity?
You know, it's a common problem. Upgrading a CRM system can be a complex and costly undertaking. And many companies are hesitant to disrupt their existing workflows. Even if those workflows are inefficient, there's also a fear of the unknown. Will the new system be any better? Will employees struggle to adapt? These are legitimate concerns. But clinging to outdated systems can have serious downsides, lost productivity, missed opportunities, security risks. It all adds up.
It's a classic case of better the devil you know.
Exactly.
Right. Okay, enough doom and gloom.
All right.
Let's end on a high note with some genuinely cool tech. I like it.
A Formula One company is bringing its cooling expertise to, wait for it, data centers.
Wow.
Who knew?
That's interesting.
Race cars and servers. had so much in common.
Right.
What's the connection here?
Well, it's all about efficiency.
Okay.
Data centers generate a ton of heat.
Yeah.
Keeping them cool is crucial for performance and reliability.
Mm.
Formula One engineers are masters of thermal management. Think about the extreme conditions those cars operate in.
Right.
They've developed cutting-edge cooling technologies to keep those engines running smoothly. And now they're applying that expertise to the data center world.
Makes sense.
It's a brilliant example of cross-industry innovation.
So next time your computer fan is whirring like crazy, just imagine a Formula One pit crew working their magic to keep it cool.
I love it.
All right, one last bit of news before we wrap up.
Okay.
2 Apple-related stories here. First, they're investing heavily in Globalstar for satellite services, so better iPhone service, and potentially saving lives. Not bad, Apple.
That's pretty good.
What are your thoughts?
I think it's a significant move, and I think it goes beyond just improving call quality.
Okay.
Imagine the possibilities for emergency response in remote areas or disaster situations where traditional cellular networks are down.
Right.
This investment could position Apple as a leader in satellite-based communication, potentially making a real difference in critical situations.
Very cool. And finally, Apple has released just got an Apple Watch app recommendations with a focus on fitness productivity and entertainment.
Okay.
Be sure to check those out if you're rocking a new Apple Watch. And hey, let us know in the comments where your favorite Apple Watch apps are. We'd love to hear your recommendations.
Absolutely.
Well, there you have it, a whirlwind tour of the latest tech news.
That was a lot.
Huge thanks to our expert for navigating us through it all.
You're welcome.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with all your techie friends.
Yeah.
And before we sign off, one last thought-provoking question for you to ponder. With all this amazing technology emerging, are we becoming too reliant on it? Or is this just the natural evolution of progress? Hit us up in the comments and let us know what you think.
I'm curious to hear what people say.
Me too.
See you next time.
See ya.